How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about how to get rid of hip flexor pain fast. So before I get started, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're interested in online personal training from me, simply comment below in the comment section. I will get back to you guys with more details. So this title of the video, a subscriber asked me how to get rid of hip flexor pain, and I wanted to make this video because I used to have hip flexor pain for the longest time, you guys. Probably 3 years. I constantly had hip flexor pain due to squatting, deadlifting heavy weights, and my hip was constantly in pain. I actually hurt it, my hip, squatting, like 2 months before a powerlifting competition. I had to drop out of a powerlifting competition, and it was for me to go to nationals, so I couldn't go to nationals. But again, I honestly thought I did damage to my hip. A couple of months ago, I actually had a MRI done, and my hip is 100% fine, you guys. So I have zero abnormalities. I have zero pain. I have zero damage to my hips, which I'm super grateful for. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of people, no matter what they do, they're stuck with this freaking hip flexor pain, and it sucks. Trust me, I know what you're going through. With me, when I had this hip flexor pain, it hurt to drive. Like, I would drive using my foot. I wouldn't use cruise control because I was driving in the city. And after about 30 minutes of driving in the city, my hip right here is just, oh, my hip, it was killing me, you guys. Like, it was so painful. The reason for that was squatting and deadlifting super heavy weights. Now, if you're powerlifting, anything at all that uses your hips, if you overuse your hips, this is where you get the hip flexor pain. Now, a major misconception, and I followed this too, was if you're hurting, use a tennis ball, use foam roller. Do all these different types of stretching. Really stretch the area. Get it nice and loose. That'll fix the pain. Wrong. By doing that, you're hurting it more. Every time you stretch, every time you foam roll, every time you do this, you're creating micro damages. The key here, if you have hip flexor pain, is to stop doing whatever is causing that pain. I can tell you right now, if you're squatting and deadlifting and you're getting hip flexor pain, you are using your hips too much volume or too much frequency or too much weight. That is what's causing the hip flexor pain. Doesn't have to just be for weights. If you're running, if you're biking, if you're hiking, if you're doing anything that requires your hips, which it does. Running requires your hips. Hiking requires your hips. Cycling requires your hips. If you're using your hips and they're hurting, you're doing too much. Here's the thing that sucks. You got to stop doing it for at least a few weeks to let it recover. After that, you can slowly go back to doing what you were doing. But what you need to do is you need to start off at a slower pace and work your way back up, you guys. For me, squatting and deadlifting just really hurt my hips, you guys, but I was using so much weight. For squatting, I was squatting 450. For deadlifting, I was deadlifting 580 plus every single time. So, what I would also do is I'd use lower weights. I'd do 450 and I'd do like a 5x5 or a 6x6 with it. And it was just too much pressure on my hips, and that's what was causing the hip flexor pain. So I know people tell you to stretch it out, and then they wonder why it's not working. The stretching's not working. The foam rolling's not working. The warming up's not working. Nothing's working. It's because you have to stop doing what's causing the pain. So end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please like the video and share it. Thanks again.